Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have a little bit of an intriguing one ongoing from a story we had a few days ago. Now, as you guys may or may not have had a chance to hear, we had the PlayStation 6 actually go and get leaked. Now, I would probably agree, and I think a lot of people also would agree in the comment section, just general brainwaves over here, especially if you guys are regulars on the channel, is that the PlayStation 6 seems cool. I like the idea of it. It's going to happen in the future almost no matter what. Like, it's kind of the Switch too. Like, it was bound to happen no matter what. But the big issue is that a lot of people are not happy with it. A lot of people, once again, are kind of using like the experience, I guess, or the vibe of it, of being a guinea pig and having their very first ever impression on certain consoles, such as the PS5 Pro with their PSSR issues, or as well the PS5, which in theory also had a lot of this weird cross-generation issues with the PS4 still getting games, which I always say I'm never against. But the kind of, if you hear me out throughout the video, you might understand, maybe agree. And a lot of people are saying that this news and these rumors and the leaks of the PlayStation 6 made them like feel used. They kind of realized that it was a really bad generation so far, and they're expecting more games. And a lot of people are kind of just like twiddling our thumbs, wondering like what's going to be that next big major thing, like for Xbox or PlayStation. And we're going to talk about that because people are concerned and worried, and well, feel like they're in this awkward limbo. And I even saw it in my own community too as well, especially because a lot of us are console users and gamers too. So if you guys are a console user or gamer, make sure you guys are subscribed. I appreciate you guys very much. As I keep mentioning, you guys, there'll be a lot of really cool changes coming in the very near future on the content side, so please keep that in mind. I'm very excited. More excited than I'll probably let on. Also, don't forget too, we have 2 Twitter accounts down below, our brand new gaming Twitter, which will be active very soon, and of course the Twitch and all that stuff. And let's dive into it. So a few days ago, as we kind of covered on top of this, is that there were some big rumors over here when it comes to PlayStation 6 coming out, saying it was rumored for a 2027 release over here. We've also had confirmations from official sources that basically the PlayStation is set to make the prototype. Now, it doesn't mean like it's coming out very soon. And well, this might even be 3 years from now, but it's basically they have all the specs in line. Like, they can basically have the mold, and they can start pouring the mold and testing it out and seeing if it's good for mass production and all of that. Because basically it's just like the design is complete. Like, we've had leakers over here from Kepler L2 talk about how the system on a chip, or the SoC, for the PlayStation 6 is design complete and is in pre-silicone validation, ready for AO tap out later on this year. Basically saying that Sony and AMD have sorted out what the chip powering the PlayStation 6 will look like and what the specs are going to have. Pre-production checks are underway, and the end of the year, the plan is to get this chip designed, sent to a fabrication facility for manufacturing, and on top of that too, they had details in the GPU. As the architecture of the PS6 will be a spinoff of the AMD GFX 13. This was originally known as RDNA 5, but is now UDNA for its unified structure on the chip itself. And basically, like, it's talking about how it's coming out. But if you've had a chance to see the reception since then, and rightfully so, because we saw a lot on the PS5 Pro as well, because they had the PSSR implementation, and although that is getting better, and we are liking it, and it's doing good, like, these individual companies are getting support from PlayStation, like, they're doing things right. Like, I can't be too much of a hater, because I see what they're doing. But people didn't like that. People kind of thought that they were guinea pigs testing out this new PlayStation technology by paying a $700 premium for the console without the digital, the little attachment, like the disk drive attachment. And, well, people were mad. Because I kind of agree. Like, imagine you go and you get a PlayStation 5 Pro, and then you have these PSSR issues, you can't play Silent Hill. Like, I get it. Like, I understood it when we were covering the news, but thankfully it's gotten better. But once again, this kind of goes back to the PlayStation 6, where depending on the Reddits, like, I'm only showing this one as an example, but we've been seeing things everywhere over here on like the gaming Reddits, on Twitter, on even YouTube comments, even the videos we talked about my Twitch stream, and like everyone's like, bro, this is way too soon. The first comment's like, no. And like this has been like the reception, because this kind of came out about like a week ago or so when it came out for the news, but people are just mad about it. And I've been kind of seeing that narrative keep on pushing, which is why I'm making this video, because people are like, hey, this is way too early. Because we need a few more years. We had the COVID issues, we had game delays, we had money issues. Like what's going on? Like, people are making jokes saying, imagine PS6 launching in 2027, which might happen. And those PS6 games would not only get the PS5 versions, but also PS4 versions, which would be crazy. Like, I can maybe see it though, because there's like so many, there's like hundreds of millions of PS4s out there just floating around. But like, this is nuts to me. Like, no offense to the PS4 users. If you're still on the PS4, that's totally fine. Like, I'm never judging. Maybe you're not a hardcore gamer. Maybe you don't have the money for it. Maybe you have a PC now. I get it. That's fine. Like, I'm not judging. But, like, dude, Like that's crazy if it's still going to be existing. I mean, if it might, it really, honest to God, might. I mean, imagine like mobile phone games; they're out forever. Imagine games like League of Legends and CS:GO and Valorant and all these PC games, Rocket League, whatever, Apex, that are available. You could have run this stuff on potatoes from like 8 years ago. I mean, it makes sense, but it's crazy to go and see, because I do agree. Like a lot of these generations, look, have been a total hardware wash. Like it sucks. I really don't see it ending with the next generation. And they have all this cool stuff you can do with the PS5 and Xbox, and then you get next gen 2 on top of that, which kind of sucks. I mean, I do kind of agree. It kind of sucks because we're going to be sitting here on the PS5 and I still haven't really been blown away by a game. Now, there's been games I've enjoyed, like Hitman, Ratchet and Clank really was generally good. And there's been a few cool ones out there, sure, but I haven't been like blown away by quality. I haven't been blown away by cool experiences. I haven't been blown away by everything on both the Xbox and PlayStation side. Like, I've seen improvements. I'm proud of it. I'm cool with it, but I haven't been impressed really. And I think this is what people are in that same boat on. It's like, it's just too early. Like you have to like make us want to appreciate it. Cause yeah, I could play Fortnite, or I could play Destiny, or I could play all these random free to play games. And I'm sure there's been graphical updates. I mean, I've definitely seen it myself, but like people are just getting mad because people are just like, I don't know, they just feel like they've been used. They feel like they're once again guinea pigs again. And I do agree. I think the big issues have always been like COVID took like 3-4 years for everyone to get consoles, so it didn't feel real for a while. Games got delayed, games got longer to build, and we haven't had, like I said, a lot of major games. Now, you guys might disagree. Like, we've seen, like, I don't know, Spider-Man 2, sure. God of War Ragnarok, or all these games, but they were also PS4 games too, which is okay. But as well, we've also just never had anything kind of like groundbreaking. I mean, I thought Hitman was cool. I thought Ratchet and Clank was cool. Like, it felt next gen, yeah. But I haven't had anything that's like the best game ever. Like, think Starfield. Like, if Starfield was actually good, no offense to Starfield lovers, but if that game was like crazy good graphics, brand new engines, everything's vibing, like that could have been like the defining moment for Xbox where they came back. And instead, it's coming to PlayStation now, and they kind of lost their vibe. If you missed that video yesterday, go check it out now. I did up a little bit late because we're still kind of on break a little bit, because don't mind. But like, I just need something to make me proud. I haven't, maybe Death Stranding 2. It's coming out soon, maybe, or maybe throughout the next 2 or 3 years, we might finally see some of these like 5 or 6 years of hard, long work coming out, and like maybe we'd be happy. Maybe I'd be like excited, but so far I'm with the same a lot of people. It's just too early. It really is just too early too as well. Like, they're saying this is the weakest generation yet. We got a PlayStation 3 game, the best Ratchet, like he was talking about Ratchet 2, Spider-Man sequel, Helldivers as well, but it's also on PC on top of that. Horizon DLC was PS5 exclusive, like Astrobot, but like there really hasn't been anything super crazy. And I do agree on every end. Like I mean, Tears of the Kingdom was cool, but it was just Legend of Zelda again. PlayStation 5 had some cool games. They looked nice. I enjoyed them. Like, I'm just saying, like, I haven't been blown away by a game. But like that, maybe I'm just getting older, you know, maybe that's just my random yap into it. But I think other people agree, because so I don't think it's the weirdest or hottest take out there. But yeah, some people are thinking like we could have had cooler games. It's going to take 5 or 6 years to go make a game 2 on top of that, and it costs so much money too as well. And like, look at this, about how there's no consumer goodwill if they launch a PS6, and I'd agree, because once again, we just don't even have the PSSR figured out. Now, in 2 to 3 years, it probably will be, but it just doesn't bode well on everyone feeling like they're just about to be used to on top of that. And then we also had people also kind of saying this point was kind of crazy, but there has been a lot of comments out there. I'm a lot of consoles too as well, saying I definitely don't feel like I've gotten my money's worth out of the PS5 right now. And I guess that kind of bodes a big question for the community, and I would love to hear your thoughts down below, because we do have a lot of PlayStation people here. I mean, I've obviously key buttons, and I want to expand my videos out to different stuff, because I think I could do pretty well and make it entertaining, but of course, this is kind of our bread and butter. Like, I like talking about gaming news and gossip. I don't know why. I'm just a gossipy person at heart. I think it's probably the years of me being a Twitch streamer. But like, no, I like this stuff. Like, I like to talk about it, so it's never going to go away. But I do agree is that, like, I don't think I've gotten my money's worth. Like, truly, if I kind of sit here and think about it, I don't really think I did. Now, I have my PS5. I like my PS5. I have not regretted it, and I've made my money back and then some, because I've made YouTube videos and streamed on Twitch, or like I said. So it's okay for me. It's a business expense. It's chill. And I'm sure most people have normal working jobs. Dropping $400, $500 on a PlayStation is not the biggest deal, and it's probably worthwhile over time. Like, I would agree. Like, I think it's been worthwhile. But I do want to say I don't think I've been impressed. Maybe the money's worth is different. I've got my money's worth. Like, I'll be honest. But I think maybe more so impressed is a better word for it, because I haven't been blown away by a game on Xbox or PlayStation or on the Switch's side. And it makes me sad to have to go and realize that. Like, I really have not been wowed in a while. And there hasn't been like a game mechanic where I'm like, this is different, this is unique, this is something new. And I don't mind replaying through games. Like, I like Last of Us Part 2, but I think it was even on the PS4. If I remember correctly, I don't even know. But it's like, I just want something that impresses me. I want something that is unique, and I want something to be proud of. And I don't want to be seen as like a money bag where people are going to be buying the PlayStation VR2s or whatever, although we do have those linked, I think, down below. Still, I think I have to change that at some point. But I mean, I don't know, maybe they just don't care anymore. Maybe they just actually make a lot of money on consoles and they don't mind just improving things like Fortnite and releasing a few bigger games like a Spider-Man 3 or next, I don't know, like whatever game, like GTA 6. Although it's probably gonna be coming out before then. It's like, we don't really know what's going on. So I don't know. I'm kind of just yapping over here. I looked at the record time. Yeah, it's been a while. But like, I just feel like people are mad. Like people are just disappointed. Like we're seeing articles talk about this stuff too, where they're just saying it's the worst gen of all times. And like, I just want to hear your thoughts. Like, have you been happy with this console generation so far? Is this like too early, too late? I think it's too early for it, even if it's 3 years down the road. I just want to know. What do you guys think? So subscribe if you guys are new. We have the 2 Twitters down below, the Twitches down below, all the various links down below. And I just appreciate you guys all so much for watching in the first place.